Hey guys, this is a video guide for Faeria on starting lands for some of the meta decks matchups. Just the first 4 or 5 turns so you know the best way to start your lands. I'm here with JJ as far and he's going to help me with this video. And we're going to start blue jump. I'm blue jump and he's red combat, so here we go. So I'm going second, which is really much better with blue jump. Mulligan the Frogify and the Shifting Tide. And the best thing about going second with blue jump is you can decide which side to go to. If he's red combat, he's almost always going to start middle unless he knows I'm rushing. So I put a lake down. And then next turn I can explore to the opposite side that he goes and go that. So I can be double collecting on the opposite side and also just put a lot of pressure on that side. So I can explore, play land. Then I can either play the Battletoads I just drew, or Triton Warrior. Assuming he doesn't play with fire bombs, I think Triton Warrior is fine. This is going to end up giving you, with this blue jump list, it's going to end up giving you a lot of advantage later on because you get the Mystic Beast spot as well. And also for the Wave Crash Colossuses in the deck. So then you can start double collecting every turn. It looks like he could possibly get it on next turn that I'm playing into a bit, but the Warrior should still survive. Bomb Slinger's pretty good. So in this case, make a third land finally. Get that Emperor's Command out. Then you got the Archon on that spot, and you have pretty much lots of control on this side now. No! Oh my god, down to 1. Are you serious?
Yeah, I got 2 flame bursts in hand too.
Oh my god. That's funny. Okay, so this is Yellow Rush. I'm playing Yellow Rush, he's playing Mono Green. I'm hoping to get a situation here where he has a taunt creature and I can try and explain how to play around it. I have a Choking Sand in hand, but I wouldn't know he's playing Mono Green normally in the latter game, so I'm mulliganing. It's fair to go to the side with Mono Green, like, even if you don't know you're playing his Rush, because it's just, a lot of times it's just such a slow deck. You go to the sides much better in slow decks.
I almost always open back.
Yeah, unless you're going second and have the Explore with like a Wood Elemental, right?
Even then, I just pick a side. Because I want to be able to collect next turn. I don't like dropping Wood Elementals in front of my face.
Okay, this is good. So I have the Sagittarius in hand, but I don't see, there's not really a great reason to play it this turn. So I want to just hopefully draw a Choking Sand is what I want to do. Set up lands later for the Rush. Which may not end up working at all. I don't really have a good hand. This may not be a good explanation of this this game.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping you'd have a choke there. Because it would kind of, yeah, I don't know, be good.
But this is still okay, because so he decided to collect with the taunt instead of stay at face. So I can still do this. Play the Sagittarius, the Follower, and play the Wrangler. I think unless you have another taunt in hand, it's probably generally better to have just gone right in front of your face with the Willow there instead of collecting.
Yeah, but I have a
think it's
Grove
rush.
Guardian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you do have another taunt.
Yep.
Even then, there's really no disadvantage if you have lots of taunts in your deck to just playing really defensive against Yellow Rush. Because say you could still play the Grove Guardian defensively. Oh well, you have Sagami too. Oh, whatever. Yeah. That's gonna basically win you the game right there. It's really hard to beat Mono Green with Yellow Rush, especially if they get their taunts early and even get a buff on the Willow early and stuff. So basically my only option here is to, at this point, really to double land over here. And try and just outvalue with the Crusaders. Hopefully get a Wind Soldier or something to kill the creature. So at this point, he's very far ahead. But it's gonna really help. So now I can actually play Crusader right in the middle if I want.
You don't stop and look around once in a while.
But I think I'd rather play it on the collection. Another Sagami could, with a buff, could be pretty brutal here. This game we may play out a little more than just 4 or 5 turns, just for educational purposes, because you're still kind of learning how to place lands with Rush against Screen. But you know what's funny? JJ is. Did you watch Zorni play today? The tournament?
No, I didn't see him play today.
He got in the finals, right? He loses with red combat against Mono Green. And then he decides, he thinks that he tries to counter Mono Green with Yellow Rush in his next game. He could have picked anything else. He picked Yellow Rush against Mono Green.
Yellow Rush to go against Mono Green. That's a terrible idea. The whole reason I play Mono Green is because I hate Yellow Rush.
Yeah. So,
hey, are Crusaders 3-3 to start or 2-2?
3-3.
Okay, never mind.
Ooh. That's not so good. Why you just keep letting me hit you with the Sag, huh?
Yeah. Until I get another growth color.
This is, not sure that was the best placement. I thought about putting the Crusader on the other side, but then it would have just been taunted. Oh, come on. Voice of Truth. No! And a heal. Green's too good against Yellow Rush. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, good game. So this is going to be green yellow sack, and he's playing Yellow Rush. And this is also, this part of the video is also going to be explaining a little bit about slow decks and how you basically always want to start to the side with your lands with slow decks. So that, because you try and defend for a while and then overwhelm them in the end, whereas, and also if you start to the side, they can't, usually get a land by your orb and race you down that way. So it's better to start to the side if you're planning on defending. Same goes if you know they're rushing. His list may run air elementals. So I'm thinking actually to Skyak here and then collect. Block that spot. And also we can block with this. It's possible that he has air elemental already, so we're gonna have to block every possible everything. If we know they're rushing, we can just block with a bunch of weenie stuff with this deck. And also try and get that collection when we can.
It's a good read on the air elementals.
Yeah, usually if they're just neutraling down the middle, they, instead of playing a desert first, there's often they have an air elemental. So this is a little awkward to defend this. But I think we want, let's see. We want to get the Bone Collector ready to defend, so we have to move it down, so we've got to go here. This is possibly worse of a play than if I had made a desert up here and hit it, because then I could have gotten another buff on the Bone Collector. And also now he has 2 spots. Of course he could have double landed and still had 2 spots to make creatures, but the Soul Drain on the Skyak was a little... Yeah, see, if I had landed above, the Bone Collector would have gotten another buff and then had 4 power, and he wouldn't have been able to do that. So, at this point, I think we want to play a Manta Rider to collect and also hit something next turn. We can't really defend all 3 spaces around our orb at this point. That was a big mistake. It's really, the thing about this deck is using, you gotta use the Bone Collector better and maximize the buffs. That really screwed me.
Maybe we should start over until you can get like a Wrangler start or a Bone Collector start to both sides.
I feel like I maybe still have an advantage here. So it wasn't, I mean, would have been better, obviously, if I had the Bone Collector still alive, but this is still not terrible. Unless you have like a Wind Soldier and a... Oh, you run Crystal Flowers in it, too? Okay.
Yep. Crystal Flowers, air elementals, yeah.
Okay. Give me Skyak.
Yeah, I don't even like playing this fucking yellow rush list, because it's just... I think it's not even fair sometimes, it's stupid.
Sometimes, yeah. I don't really think Crystal Flower's great in it, but... I suppose if you want hard removal...
Well, now what do I do?
Now you just lose.
Pretty much. Yeah, I guess you're not supposed to do that anymore.
Do what?
Like, mess with people at the end.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
there's a whole thing about it. A post.
I thought you just can't rope the entire game. So this is gonna be red combat against green yellow sacrifice, and I want to explain a few things about land placement when you're red combat against a slower deck that can win if you let them survive long enough. A really great counter to green yellow sac is actually red yellow burn, because you have all these little creatures to hit with your combat creatures that deal damage to them directly. Oh, this is actually a perfect starting hand for this video. So I'm mulliganing that. Now, if I had a axe grinder in my starting hand, I would start with the land to the side and then play the axe grinder so I could collect with it. I'd also start with the mountain and then double land up and then play another mountain the third turn if I had the axe grinder. But in this case, I don't, so might as well start to the middle. We don't know what he is yet, but if he's going to the side, you think, well, he's probably green yellow sac or something like this, right? Which is really hard to contest. So we could just go to the side. He might decide to go to the side anyway to block our line down this side.
She crawled underneath the porch. To die.
If you go second, you always have the choice which side to go to, mainly. But it's a little obvious if you're more advanced, but this is a situation where you want to actually double land here. Because you're setting up for the horse master, whereas if you had played a mountain, you can still horse master next turn if you played a mountain, but the problem is with playing a mountain is you can't actually, you might not be able to get lands toward them. But anyway, in this situation, you don't even horse master now. You just go up, hit this, and then probably just ground shaker, honestly.
Shaker, yeah.
You don't even, there's really no point in playing anything else yet. Although I could have also firestormed in the ground shaker to kill the bone collector. That would have been another option, but it's kind of a really bad value, firestorm. So, but now you have a little more control on this side with, especially with the cards in your hand. So it's a decent position. I'll play like 1 or 2 more turns and maybe even keep that in the video, but
like one of the worst hands.
really? Soul Eaters? Like 2 Soul Eaters? Oh wow.
No, I just have like assassins and fanatics.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, that was my opening hand with two assassins and a fanatic. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
That sucks. I feel like you should have maybe left the bone collector where it was. Maybe.
Yeah, probably kept it next to the creature that might die right now. Yeah.
I do have just enough to kill it with a. Seems like such a waste to do this, but
Oh, what? Where's the cipher, bruh?
I just didn't have.
Oh, no.
I didn't have it.
Oh, Horsemaster, no.
Yes. Get that cipher buffed.
Woo! Gosh. That is an ass kicking and a half right there.
Okay, so this will be yellow flyers versus yellow event / yellow tempo. Just to see kind of the land placements you want to do with these kind of yellow mobility decks. So with this deck, you pretty much want a V in front of you, reaching to each well. But he's playing yellow event, and he may want a little bit different. The great thing about the flyers is you can go over and collect because you're flying, so you need to make a land to collect with. Usually, with the yellow event deck, you really usually only have to make 3, at most 4 special lands. And then you just can keep drawing every turn. Whereas this, you need 5 special lands for the Windborn Champions.
Yeah, soldering the wrong one.
Yeah, probably.
Whoa, I'm surprised you didn't come over and make a land on my well.
Are you?
Yeah.
I'd rather collect at this point. There's that Astanu that I put in. So at this point you have all the lands you need, and he has probably all the lands he needs, unless he wants to get a land by my orb at some point. But basically we can each just keep drawing every turn and fight it out at this point. I do need to make one more land for Astanu though. Which I think I should probably just play this turn, because that's pretty hilarious. Kill the Astanu, do it! Do it!
Why? It's pointless. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about killing the Astanu. Wind Soldier.
Man, I've got a really nasty hand.
Yeah, outcome. Oh, I was expecting some Windborn Champions.
Now I'll get a land by you.
Hey, there you go.
I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Alright guys, so this is the last match I'll be doing. It's red. Be red rush, and he's gonna be yellow flyers. Oh, you know what would be really awful is if I'm listening to music. If they cut some of the music out for copyright, that'd be pretty unfortunate.
Oh,
I have to
yeah,
redo
that'd
some
be
of it.
kinda lame.
I mean,
Do
there
they
was-
do they cut the music? I think they cut all
they
the
cut
audio.
all the audio just for some of the
Oh,
sections.
lame. Yikes. I don't know. Put it under fair use or something. I don't know. It sucks.
So with this hand in Red Rush, I'm gonna start down the middle. Do I explore? I don't think I need to explore this turn.
I was really hoping for an air elemental or a choke on the start or something like that, but
Speaking of choke, this is a tough decision because I can play Queen's Guard here, but if you draw a choke, I lose. So to be safe, I shouldn't play it, and I should play the Exalted Ogre. But if I play the Queen's Guard and you don't draw a choke, I basically automatically win. So I'll just go for it, I guess.
if that flips, I've got a soul drain. Which is why I was saying it's kind of interesting, because that's something to talk about. See, and I drew a Manta Rider, but
You could draw for a choke, or you probably... I don't know, though, you might want to just play a land and play the Rider.
yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, if you want to bring me some tacos, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Look at this weird play. Apparently he didn't draw a choke.
Not draw a choking sound. Should I draw here? I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I think you have to draw for a choke, right? Or some kind of soul drain or something. That was not necessarily a great play by me. I probably should have just killed the fairy before he got buffed. Haha, hurt yourself even more. It's genius. Alright. No choke, no choke.
Alright, no choke.
No choke. Oh my god. You could have top decked one. Oh shit. That's not cool. That's not cool. Double Wind Soldier, really? Alright. Get me two Faeria.
Yup. But I'm out. I'm double collecting. Like, hopefully I'll draw a choke or a last nightmare, because I run 2 of each. Won't help against the X grinder.
Not too much. I'm grinding those axes. That's all 3 of my Queen's Guards. It's just not your day if you can't get a choke after like all 3 Queen's Guard.
No chokes, no last nightmares. Got
Jeez.
4 of them left in the deck. But yeah, I don't know what to do here. Here comes the gift. Gift of steel.
I wish. Good draw for it.
But yeah, I've noticed this match. I mean, it really comes down to just draw RNG. It's kind of a coin toss.
Yeah.
Go away. I don't know, I just thought it would be interesting.
I freed your Sky Prodigy. You can go wherever you want. I guess you needed to also draw Last Nightmare here, and along with the choke. Right?
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Oh. Good play. Good play. I think I still have lethal. Yeah.
Nice. Whoa, got me.
Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be making more fairy guides later on. I'll see you guys around. Take it easy. Peace.